So hi, hello, welcome back. My name's Devraj and we're back with some challenge bioenergetics. Oh dear, helicopter going past, buzzing the place from Yelverton. Today we're going to do the crucifix again, and this time for 5 minutes. Yesterday's one was for 3 minutes, and so today we're going to up it a couple of minutes as a bit of a challenge for people. Remember with this, you gotta, when the stress, when the pain, when the ache, when the mind starts kicking off comes, breathe through it. You up your breathing and you just keep breathing through the mouth real deep, and you see if you can get your body to still process. So at some point the stress, the pain starts to go away. How it works with these muscles, and the muscles all around the body where there's holding, is initially when you get into a strain, there's a lot of resistance. And then it's like layers. It's like layers. You've got a layer of fear, over pain, over anger, over fear, over pain, over anger. Stuff like this. Emotional layers with fear interspersed around them. So when you're stretching in this posture and it starts to really ache like fuck, breathe. Breathe deep. Really, really breathe as much as you can. And now, if you really can't bear it and it's breaking through, don't slacken off the posture. Just sit down and go back to like doing less time, like doing a 3-minute one. That's okay. And do that until you're confident to leap up to 5 minutes. You don't achieve anything by just kind of half doing it. No half doing it. You got to be full on in the stretch the whole way through for 5 minutes. And if full on in your breathing as well when it starts to hurt. And if it's too much, sit down. It's okay. You're only kidding yourself if you slacken the posture off like this and think you're still doing it. You're not doing it. So be a bit of a sergeant major with yourself. Okay, let's get ready. You should have a bit of loose clothing. You're going to bend your knees a little bit, just a little bit, so there's a little bit of flex when you do it. I'm just going to start my ding track off so we know when 5 minutes is up. Okay, and stretch out. So take your arms wide and then just check each arm. That they're not back or forwards, but they're roughly horizontal. And just keep this stretch going. Remember, like the 3-minute one, the feeling is, you try and do it like there are ropes. You imagine there are ropes tied to your wrists, pulling you open, pulling you right open. It's a great kind of position if you're into Christianity in a certain way. I don't mean to be, I know some people are very sensitive about these things, but I don't mean that in a bad way. It is a kind of metaphor for crucifixion in a sense. It's a metaphor for going through a lot of emotional and physical pain and achieving some form of redemption, And there's validity in that. If you study things like the, hardcore processes that people go through to become like US Navy SEAL or whatever, it's the same kind of principle. You're going through all your mental resistance, you're going through all your physical pain, and you stick with it to the point where actually you realize you can do it. So keep breathing, check your breathing as we're doing this. Just going to shuffle over a little bit. Breathing through the mouth nice and deep. You can also make a little bit of sound on the out breath. But and also if it really, really gets painful, you can go into screaming and shouting, assuming that's not going to, freak people out, depending on where you're doing it, of course. Or you've warned them in advance. But basically we're going to breathe and feel and keep that stretch going. Imagine those ropes are there pulling your arms wide. You achieve nothing by dropping it. If you're worried that you might be dropping it a bit, do it in front of a mirror. Do it in front of a mirror with my voice in the background. Remember to keep just a little bit of flex in the knees. Yes, as you start to really, really pull those arms wide. If it's too much, don't slacken off, you just drop out. Go back to doing it for 1 or 2 minutes or something like that. It's really okay. And if it's not too much, breathe. I can feel a bit of ache coming, and then there's always for me this kind of resistant, when's this going to end? Oh God, how many more minutes? All that kind of, that's one of my favourite stories that my resistant mind likes to play. The part of the mind that just wants comfort, just wants to sit back and take it easy. But I'm not going to listen to that one. We're just going to breathe our way through it. Maybe your mind's coming up with a different story, you'll notice if you beat one story and don't allow it to dominate you, it'll come up and wait a little bit and then come up with another story. You know, if it really, it's crazy for fucking this part of the mind, hey? We've got the part of the mind that is hardcore and wants to move through it, wants to take you deeper, make you stronger, make you clearer inside. And we've got the part of the mind that just wants everything to be comfy and just whines like fuck. And somewhere, if you want to achieve in this life and if you want to step up, you've got to listen to that first part of your mind and you've got to diminish that second part. And that is all there is to it. There's very little else that you need to do. So standing, if it's really starting to ache in your arms, then do breathe deep. And breathe deep anyway, because, you know, a lot of people will learn to contract their breathing, hold their throat under stress, and this doesn't help, you know. Maybe you even go, when you look at underachievement, a lot of people are paying back the parents or something like this, their dad, their mum, by deliberately underachieving, you know. And to break through that, you have to express. You have to express feelings. So if you think there are people in the past you're still trying to pay back somewhere, allow a breath, allow a sound, feel into your body where it aches and try and make just a bit of sound from there. If it's really screaming agony, you can scream out, but I don't want you, you know, freaking the neighbours out and then calling the cops and then you blame me or something, you know. I don't know if the cops would really listen to that anyway, but, you know, take responsibility. Tell people in advance. If you're in a place where you could make a bit of sound, but your husband's downstairs or your wife's downstairs, your girlfriend, whatever, tell them I'm going to do it. Might be making a bit of noise, babe. Big breaths through the mouth. Big breaths. We're going to be upping these crucifixes, and we're also going to intersperse some arch positions at some point in this challenge series. Oh my God, 5 minutes is up already. God, could double that, eh? Anyway, slowly let your arms down. Keep breathing and feeling your body. What's good in these kind of exercises, because we're also opening up the belly in bioenergetics down here. I won't move my phone because the thing's a little bit broken. But down here, afterwards, breathe and feel into your belly and have a little shake. Feel into your belly, because as your belly becomes more active, so essentially stuff processes there naturally. And you don't have to do all this kind of, what just happened to me kind of act. You know, you can do that. It's okay. It's how your body sometimes rebalances from the upper part. But also you can just breathe and feel down into your gut. Okay. Okay. Having a little shake. If you feel really vulnerable inside, that can be good, you know. That's a good opening. So allow that to just be there if it is there. Having a little shake for 30 seconds, a minute. You can continue shaking after this video. Or have a little sit down, breathe and feel into your belly. That's the central point where everything processes and where you come back to yourself. Okay. Okay, I hope you've got something from this challenge exercise and that you can complete it. Well done. Also, pat yourself on the back. You know, give yourself a big yes, I can do it. You know, say something positive about yourself so you remember. If you're interested in doing more of my work, check out my workshops. I'm going to list a few down underneath. Particularly for this kind of challenge work, you can check out Spiritual Bootcamp, or if you're a guy and you really want a good challenge, then Project Man. Okay guys, over and out, and see you back soon with some more challenge bioenergetics.